twisting force of a sphere from the outside, hydrogen binding energy. So hydrogen molecule is a sphere, and you twist it. The top half hemisphere is twisted on a different ratio relative to the bottom sphere. The bottom sphere is fluid mechanics. The upper half is Gaussian vapor mechanics. Let's put it like that. Surrounded by a single sphere of surface tension, a meniscus. That meniscus has a hole in it, a twist, because the twist ratios are on the inside. And the way this thing holds itself together is that the outside of the sphere is a single sphere. The inside of the sphere has this amazing twist ratio going on with the twin vortices. If you just look at Lebesgue's iconic architecture of the cylinder, and then the center of bending of the cylinder at the center of the tank, S, limit of entropy, meter4, you can see at the top there's a wave function, and that's AB5, Lebesgue's 1915. And then you can see that that load, which he's derived from load, I've now illustrated as the major and the minor vortices, the main vortex and the pocket vortex. And the pocket vortex is contra-rotating in the same plane because it's flicked up. So you've got the twin cone vortex of strength architecture of the sphere which exists. You've then got twist ratios inside which end up with this complete inversion at the center, where you have expansion from this twisting force. So now you've got a solid rigid instant on the outside which is maintained for the whole moment. So it's a solid rigid body, that's the tectonic plates of the earth. Inside you have the elastica, and the elastica can be spread out into a thicknesses to show what it's doing in terms of the force architecture. Does that make sense? And so it's just about a sphere creating expansion now. So you've got this rigid body with crazy twisting motion inside, creates an actual twist. There's so much force being from the black hole density on the outside of this hydrogen binding energy that at the center it begins to expand, because you're inverting the forces. You've got, in a sphere, you've got tension of the expansion. You've got an elastica about which you then have negative tension on the other side. So the compressive strength of the Earth's sphere is the negative tension, the stretching velocity of the tectonic plates themselves, creating a stretching force of negative tension. And so that assembly creates compression itself. The force of compression is created from this expansion. And that compression is experienced on the outside because the expansion is occurring at the center from the twisting force. And so the JKC to the I squared is HEI. Yeah? Capital H, hydrogen, EI, elastic plastic modulus, equals its solid modulus, JKC to the I squared, equals -1. And off you go. 0 squared. 0 is squared. There's a transform, it's an orthogonal. Magic happens at the eye, it's a mirror. For the start of the Fibonacci sequence, it goes √2, -1, 0 squared, 1. The 1 looks back at the 0 squared and sees itself, that's 2. And then the Fibonacci looks beautiful because it includes the moment of awareness when 1 goes positive. And the more positive you become, the more aware you are. The more aware you are, the more likely you are to recognize that God's watching you and has been watching your every move for all your life and for all your lives that you've lived, because life is eternal. We are about to exist knowing that fact as a species. You've got to be grown up about it, but it's going to be wonderful. Remember, just spherical geometry. So simple. Follow the Rebel King.